Hey everyone, it's Cardboard Collector coming to you with another video review. And this time we're going to be doing it on the Mezco 112 Dr. Otto Octavius, Dr. Octopus, Doc Ock, the man of many names. So I've stepped out. I stepped out of the Mezco game for a while. Jumping back in, and so I'm a little behind on a lot of the figures. And this one is one I just recently got. So I'm just trying to get back in the swing for the Mezco figures. I hate that I had to jump away from the game so long because Mezco is definitely one of my favorites, if not my favorite line to collect, especially with a lot of their originals. And their licensing figures are also really good, as you can see here. But we're gonna be doing a lot more Mezcos on the channel. I know I started the ball rolling on it with the my Power Ranger review, so I'm gonna try to keep going from there and really get back in the swing of them. Anyway, so let's get on to the review, shall we? So as you can see, Doc Ock, beautiful figure. I mean, let's bring him in here. I mean, the head sculpt, the material here. I got his jacket on. It's one of the accessories he comes with. I mean, the material is great. Man's packing a bulge there. It's a little weird. That's his fifth tentacle. I can't believe I just said that. Yeah, we're gonna have to. Oh God, I need to. Anyway, I don't even know what to say about that. Anyways, so yeah, as you can see, I mean, beautiful figure. I mean, all the way down to the boots. I mean, it's just, he's a good looking guy. The glasses, that reflective bluish with a clear plastic on over top of that bluish white. The hair, that famous bowl cut. I mean, dude's rocking. So as far as articulation is concerned, it's a lot of the kind of standard Mezco articulation. So head is on a ball joint, and the neck is on a separate joint, so you get a little range out of the neck there. It's on a ball kind of joint. It's on a kind of ball joint system too. Not a lot for the collar there, but he can look up. I didn't put my head down all the way good. Probably would help, wouldn't it? There we go. He can look up about that far. Yeah, about that far. He can look down pretty good. Not too bad there. He can side to side, crack his neck there, you know. Shoulders, you can 360 if you didn't have the clothes on. Even with his jacket on, because I was wanting to show the articulation with the jacket on, because you know it's always going to be more with, it's always going to be better even without the jacket. But even with the jacket, you have no trouble hitting T-pose. So without the jacket, you could probably push to a Y pose. Like I can almost feel the Y pose there, even with the jacket. You can 360 the arms. I don't know why you really need to. No butterfly joint, but the elbow I believe it feels like a double bend the elbow there. Waist articulation, got the ball joint in there, so you can wiggle him. He can go back about that far. He don't really go back very much. I think it's a lot because of the tentacles, but he can crunch down about that far. Not too bad. And then he can rotate and all around there. Hands right here on the ball joint, and they have the articulation. You can pivot a minute about any which direction you move it, and move the ball joint and 360 the hand. I when it comes to pegs and like the hand pegs, stuff like that, you can't beat Mezco. To me, they're the easiest ones to take on and off. Like, there's some pegs I feel like with SH Figure Arts and some of them, Mayfac's not as much, but especially with SH Figure Arts, some of them it feels like I'm gonna break the peg. Excuse me, I was trying not to say certain things here, but it feels like you're gonna break the peg generally. So anyways, moving down to the legs, you have the thigh cut up here. Leg can go up about that far. You can go back about that far. Have a double joint at the knee. Boot swivel top of the boot cut there. You got ankle pivot, or you getting push the foot down that far, push up about that far. Boot gets in the way, and then you have ankle pivot. Mine's a little tight, but you do have ankle pivot slightly there. Anyways, good looking figure. I mean, he's Doc Ock. Most of the movement's not going to be, you know, with he's moving around his mandibles. Oh, but yeah, we're gonna get that with accessories. I won't count that as a movement. But as you can see back there, the peg holes, and that is where you can peg in these arms. So let's move into the accessories. And it would probably help if I had them out. I didn't realize I didn't have all the accessories out here, so forgive me for that. Let me just go ahead and grab these here. Oh my gosh, I was so unprepared. So when it comes to the accessories, you have a lot of different options, especially when it comes to the ends of the tentacles. Lots and lots of different options here. And I think all together, I'm trying to remember how many different hand options there's. I know there's at least four a piece on each one. And you have, well, instead of me rambling here, why don't we just go ahead and let's show you. So as you can see here, these are the shorter tentacle arms. These are the ones I have on them at the moment. They're all bendable. So you can't bend them. So when you're putting them in though, I'll take one out so you can see it. But the peg hole here, move past the jacket. Peg hole here has got a shape, right? So the shape matches what you got right here. So when you put them in, they're going to be in that shape, and they snap into place. Now you cannot turn them, because once they are in that shape right there, you cannot turn that. You will break these pegs if you try to force them. So do not turn them. If you want to turn them, pull them back out, rotate it, and then pop it back into place, following the grooves in the shape. Okay. Then you have the medium-sized tentacles here. So they're just a little bit longer. And then you have the long size Big Daddy tentacle here. I already have one of the ends on it right here. These are the ones I use to help stand them up and stuff like that. If you want to see a video of people stand them up, Paige had the toy page had a video of him holding Doc Ock up with one tentacle. Shout out to E, man, that was great. That was crazy. D amazing. He did it when he was doing his on Doc Ock. He was showing how you can stand him up and everything. Shout out to D on that one. Me myself, I can't. I definitely couldn't stand him on one. I'm sure with practice I could. I've had him standing on 2 to 3 just for different poses, and I'll even try to show some of those in the pictures at the end. But moving forward, because we're getting on time here, let's move to hands first. So you have these pair of gripping like fighting like hands, grabby hands looking things. You have the this pointing finger hand. I point at you. And then for the other side of the hand, you have this flat looking, what I call flight hand or salute hand. And then you have the two fists that he comes with. And that's all that comes with Doc Ock. I would have liked to seen some kind of other hands. But I understand they're giving us a lot with the tentacles and stuff. But I would have liked to seen at least maybe like a holding hand or something. So he is a scientist, like if we wanted him to hold a vial or something, like some of the ones that come with like maybe the Marvel Legends Beast and some of them that came with those, like kind of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'd like to seen that. And then let's move into tentacle pieces here. You have this one right here. And this is the one that I use to, when you're trying to stand them, this is like the stand them up tentacle piece for the bottom of it. And then they just kind of click or they just kind of go in the end. You know, I didn't mean to bump my camera there. They just they go into the end right here and just pop into place. As you can see. Then you can just pull them right back out. Just a little snug, but you hear that pop. They go in there good. Another thing I was wanting to show is the medium piece here has an end to it right here, so you can actually hook it into the other tentacles to make it an even longer tentacle if you wish. To me, the longest ones are plenty long enough, so no need to no need to make them that long. Next, we have a set of these grabbing tentacles, like these holding, like they can hold an item. And then you have one that is just a little bigger of a holding item hand, grabby one, a little different. And you have a lot of these different. There's just so many of them. Like all the ones on mine, you can see they're like the holding item hand looking ones, and then you have these. I mean, they're all these like, and to me, I know they're different, but man, I can't really tell a difference. I know it sounds sad. Some of them are a little bit bigger, wider holding stuff. Some of them are a little smaller, but they all look really good. And then the other one, and then the last one they have is these right here, which is like it's just kind of normal open before, you know, closed and everything. So just kind of like the open end of the tentacle. So so that's it for all the different pieces for the arms. Next we got head sculpts. We have the neutral face here. The glasses are removable. They come with 3 sets of the come with 3 sets of the glasses. So there's a normal pair right there. Then I have this grr face head that has a set of the glasses on, and then here is a creepy smiling face, and you can see the eyes there, and so you can get a really good view of that head sculpt there. Same kind of eyes on all of them, you know. And I think that's it for accessories. So, including the jacket here. Like I said before, the jacket's part of the accessories. So that's it for the accessories. Get a lot of accessories. The tentacles are the main part, but I mean and I really like the fact that they give us 3 different head sculpts and 3 different glasses. Like I said, I would have loved to have seen just a few more different hands form, but that's okay. So anyways, let's get into comparisons. So first up, our first comparison has to be his other Silver Age counterparts here, and that would be our Mezco 112 Silver Age Spider-Man. And then, of course, our Mezco 112 Silver Age Green Goblin. So you can see how they all compare to each other there, stack up. And I think these look really good there. Some more Mezco offerings here. Here is a Mezco thing. There we go. Yeah. Mezco thing. So it saddens me that Green Goblin here is taller than the Thing. I love the Fantastic Four set, but and the reason I'm doing this is because it's another Silver Age. The Fantastic Four set is pretty much the Silver Age look, so just another Silver Age character there to go with your Doc Ock. Let's move lines. Let's jump lines here. Next, let's go with the Marvel Legends animated Spider-Man animated series Shocker. So you can see how those line up if you want to jump lines with them. And then here is the animated series Rhino. There we go. Rhino. So you can see how they stack up. Rhino, he a big boy. And I think those look really good together. Especially for this kind of type of stuff. Other lines here. Here is a Mythic Legions Knight. Cannot remember exactly what version of Mythic Legions that is. And then here is a Thousand Toys Master Chief. Because you never know, in your world, in your collection, these guys maybe Doc Ock may be working on an experiment and start dimension hopping, going to the different versions and parallel Earths and whatnot and parallel universes, and these guys are there ready to take them on. Who knows? Yeah. Anyways, so that's it for the comparisons. So in thoughts, I love the Doc Ock. I think it's great. Like I said, I'm always a big Mezco fan. I know that the Spider-Man line so far has been a little, shady at best. I know a lot of people don't really like the Spider-Man figure. I like it. I think that, and I think the Green Goblin's great. But I mean, like I said, I like Mezco. I like their offerings, and I think that everything looks good. It's all hits home to me. I love this kind of stuff. Anyways, so that's been my review on Doc Ock. I want to take a moment to say that I was doing statistics, and I think I talked about this in my last video too. But 95%, or about 95%, of the viewers that watch these videos are not subscribed to me, and that blows my mind. I'm like, okay, if you like my videos and if you're watching them, please subscribe, because I'm gonna keep pumping out this kind of content. Like I said, I go into different lines. I try to stay ahead of the curve, and well, I mean, except for this one, I know I'm a little late, but I try. But usually, I try to stay ahead with keeping up with what figures are coming out and trying to review what ones I can. My last review, Superboy. I'm trying. I try to, and the Mayfix Superboy. I try to stay ahead of and get them out as quick as possible to try to really, give y'all what you want. But yeah, it blows my mind that 95% of people is not even subscribed to me that watch my videos. So please subscribe to me, because I'm trying to. That's another thing I want to say, because I'm trying to reach a goal. I want to get to 500 subscribers by June, if I can, or at least by midway June, in a month or so. I want to try to hit 500 subscribers. So please, guys, help me hit that goal. If you watch this video, subscribe to me, like like my channel, like the video, subscribe. And if there's any kind of thing you want to see, give me a shout out. Let me know. I also got my social media posted down below, where I try to post pictures and talk to everybody when they shout out to me. I think that's it, guys. So just want to end it by saying I hope that you're having a great day, great night, wherever you're at. I hope you're safe, and I hope that your collecting will always be fruitful. Later, guys.